Yoo-hoo! What is up, YouTube? We are actually doing a Q&A, finally. I haven't done a Q&A in so long on this channel. I asked you guys to follow me on Instagram and drop me some questions. So we're gonna go through it. We're gonna separate between trading and personal stuff. So got here my laptop, so if I'm looking down it's because I'm just reading the question. First question: at what point did you notice you're profitable? Did you feel it first before manifesting? By the way, this is actually a great question. I think you touch on feelings, profitability, and even the word manifestation I think is really interesting, because look, if I'm honest, I didn't feel profitable first. Something that I tell you guys a lot and my first mentor spoke to me about was just the idea of you become to then do to then have. How many times have you guys heard me talk about be, do, and have? Goal setting, or even in anything, right? That process in itself, becoming the person who trades profitably before anything shows in the external. I think everything's cause and effect. The effect is making money, being profitable, but then the cause of that is how you show up, the process, so on and so forth. Back in the day, sounds so weird saying that, but there was a big saying of just showing up 1% better every day. And I think when you start to rewire your brain to show up 1% better every day and understand that you are the asset, of course then profitability comes. Because I think slowly but surely you got to have that identity shift, whether you are an employee mindset first, student mindset first, when you're kind of starting to change your day-to-day thinking, feeling, all of that, you're changing something deep within your identity to then allow you to execute, perform consistently every day with discipline and focus. So when you start to show up every day, you show up as if you expect to win. You expect to crush at the market. So if you're looking for something a little bit more tangible, I could say things like when your forecast doesn't feel like a drag, it's just consistent. It's what you do, it's who you are. And when you start to do your trade journaling, you're not afraid of facing, let's say, your losses or your mistakes. You're not delusional. You just do it because that's what you have to do. Same thing with taking a loss. It doesn't spiral you. It doesn't cause you to kick off with emotions. It doesn't trigger you. You're able to look at losses as lessons and genuinely believe that. Even you win, it's not out of luck, it's repeatable, that's how it is, right? You don't get surprised when you have a winning trade. It's just, of course, it was part of my plan. So that in itself, when those shifts begin to happen gradually, consistently, I think you're never really shocked or surprised. It's just because, of course, that's how it is, And even the word profitability, I think being careful on that, because the word in itself has the word profit. So profitability equals obviously making money, profits, the external stuff. But I think you've got to understand that profitability will always first come with the standard you set and that process that you carry out day in, day out. And then it's profitability. So it's not always going to be money, but understand that being consistent in your trading, in your thoughts, in your processes will actually lead you to that profitability. It's not always gauged on how much money you're going to make or how much profit you're going to make. I know that's quite hard to maybe wrap your head around, because it literally says profit in the word profitability. And of course we're here to make money, but understand that if you're just chasing money and ignoring the fact that you have to be aware of what's going on internally, then the word manifestation, you don't have a true understanding there, because really our manifestation, or what comes up, is revelation. So it's already within you. So whatever you think will come into your trading, come into your personal life. We're getting a little bit deep here, but I hope you understand that. Just be careful. When you think of profitability, are you thinking of how much money you can take from the market, how much money you can get out? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that we can't think of that. Of course, we're here to make money, but be careful, because if you just look at that from that angle, where you're just trying to make money, take money from the market, you need to also understand that you also cannot neglect the internal workings of your mind, your beliefs, showing up, doing the work consistently, such as your forecast, journaling, actually having a read and flow and grasp of the market, technicals, so on and so forth. All of that plays a role to then become profitable. It's a byproduct. I think I said a lot, but hopefully that was valuable and answers your question. Alrighty, question 2. I've been trading for 7 to 8 years. What is your turning point? And what do I need to be full-time? Now, I think you even mentioning that you've been trading for X amount of time, you're anchored, you're rooted in the idea that you've been in this game for a while. And either that's great if you're so open to learning and being teachable, but I think a lot of the times I've also noticed that people think that they know a lot. It's almost like this ego thing, like, oh yeah, I know, I've been there, I've been in the game and stuff, but then it's like, it's crazy because actually all you're saying to me is you've dilly-dallied for a long time and still asking the same question. So it's never about the amount of time. I think letting the amount of time go, like you let that go, however long you've been in the market or however long you've been learning, etc., like let that go and just be like, okay, I'm starting now today, new, and you're gonna go all in. Like, what are you telling yourself there? So that's just something that I would pay attention to. What is my turning point? Again, kind of goes back to that question previously. Like, it's never like this sharp turn. I was like, oh my days. But I think there's been two big shifts, and I've spoken about this so many times. And it's like, I've been in two communities. One, where I got consistent. Secondly, where I got funded, right? So I think getting proper structured learning is so important. That really does help with your trajectory of your learning, because instead of, again, dilly-dallying and trying to figure out and trying to reinvent the wheel, if you can find a place where you can get mentorship or where you can get help in terms of like something that's genuinely repeatable, somewhere that you are held accountable, or you see other people win, or you're just in a space of different energy compared to yours, that will allow you to evolve and elevate. That in itself is a great turning point and something that I will mention. Secondly, I think when you truly believe in yourself, and I think then that comes from having actual systems. So if you can have like a proper system for everything, even in your routine, like when you can stick to that, damn, things will change, things will take a turn. If you're going this way and you start to actually have these actual systems, and oh my days, this guy is gonna give me a ticket. You gonna give me a ticket? No. He sees me talking to the camera. But yeah, building actual systems, building systems out, and I think it comes from a bit of trial and error, especially if you are brand new. You got to figure out, when do you best learn, like how long does it take you to forecast, when can you block out time to actually go review your trades, review the end of week of the market. But again, it's not just about doing the tasks, it's about being the person who just does that naturally. I think I'm gonna keep repeating a lot of that, because there's no such thing as me telling you like do this, do that, do this, but like you can do only so much until your mind allows you otherwise. Like, your mind is a ceiling. Always remember that. Your mind is a ceiling. So if you do without being, then you're never really going to transcend to the full capacity of where you want to go. Okay, so what do I need to be full time? I'm going to answer this not being so like deep, but like practically, I think it's really important that you have data. You'll get a lot of confidence from data, because whatever your mind says, or fear or doubt or something, which hopefully you've been managing that and working on your mindset. But if you have data, that's fact, right? If you have data, it means you put the work in. Once you have data to actually back it up, that all the numbers make sense for you to actually go full-time, then do it. Figure out why you want to go full-time is such a big thing, because if you just want to do it because everyone else is doing it, then that's just BS. I know a lot of traders who still have jobs and stuff like that, and who are crushing it with trading. There's nothing worse than going full-time and then kind of going crazy because you have so much time and you're just now like dilly-dallying and your trading goes downhill. Like, it's great, it sounds sexy to be a full-time trader, but figure out if this is actually really what you want. If you are working a full-time job, I don't know, take a week out and try, take a week out, take annual leave or holiday or whatever, and then go live a full-time trader's lifestyle. Like, what are you going to do randomly on a Tuesday afternoon, especially when the markets are dead? Like, can you stomach that? A lot of people might get into boredom trading, so be aware of the cost of doing those things. Like, you can't just get so sucked into the idea, flirting with the idea of becoming a full-time trader. A lot of people who go into full-time trading then start going downhill with trading because they have so much time, they start getting bored, they just dilly-dally, and yeah, they lack that accountability. So just, before you even think about full-time trading, figure out what that actually looks like for you, why you want to do that. All right, question 3. Please make a video explaining the tools you use in your day trading. Okay, we're going to run through this one quick. Number 1 is TradingView, which I think are doing a Black Friday. Bro, I can't speak. TradingView are doing a Black Friday sale. It is the biggest sale of the year. I think it's like literally 80% off for the annual subscription. Crazy. Links all down below. TradingView is the number one thing. You guys see this in my videos every single vlog. I use it for my forecast, so on and so forth. I've also got my Notion template. On my days, it sounds like I'm plugging everything, but you lot are asking for it. I'm gonna say it once, I'm gonna say it just now. I literally have to use it for my journaling, for every single trade that I've ever taken. Live, not live, forward testing, back testing, whatever. That's all on that as well. My broker, shout out to Blueberry. Blueberry Markets is my broker. I've got a landing page link down below as well. Go check it out. Oh my day, someone's getting a ticket. Or is that me? Am I getting a ticket? I have no idea what this guy's playing at. I'm getting distracted. But yeah, my broker, a lot of you guys ask about my broker. I'm with Blueberry. Shout out to Blueberry Markets, best in the game. Check the link down below as well. You guys get trade credit. So yeah, very, very, very fortunate to actually be working with a very reputable broker. And you guys know that I don't talk about something that doesn't align with my integrity. So that is my broker. And then of course, I've also spoken about this, but if you're into backtesting, FX Replay I think is the cleanest that I have found for backtesting. So definitely go check those tools out. I don't know, if you guys are finding value in this, please give it a like. Let me know in the comments, because I sometimes find that filming in one spot can be kind of boring sometimes. Maybe it'll be more fun if we drive around and maybe answer some questions while we're driving, because I'm getting a bit bored in this one setting, and maybe you guys are getting bored too, I don't know. I should probably get some sort of tripod set up so that it stays stable while I am driving. But yeah, let's answer some more questions. Got a question, how to deal with losses and tips for consistency while having a 6:30 to 5 p.m. Okay, well, the first thing is, oh my days, we've got a big turn already. I've got to hold you guys. Get rid of the concept of time. I think time can really restrict people. I understand it's tough, but like, you can create time. Don't let that hold you back. I think you saying that, you're already feeling restricted, that, you know, you can't do XYZ because of time. No, you can make it happen, make it work. You can work around it. You make things happen. Don't let things happen to you. You can, you know, how you react to this constriction of time, you can manage that from yourself, from your end. So that is the first thing I will say. Now, in terms of losses, I think there's really two things. Was that loss part of your plan or was it not? If it's part of your plan, use it as a lesson. If it wasn't part of your plan, that's a silly mistake. We don't want that. Let's go down the route that if that loss was part of your plan, but you're taking the same kind of loss over and over again, then you need to go and journal that. You need to go and review that, because that might be a signal that something's going on. Like, if you keep taking the same setup, which is a losing setup, over and over again after, I don't know, a few months, that should be a signal, a sign that there could be opportunity for refinement. So again, I'm going to quickly repeat that because repetition is key. So there's two things. If your loss was part of your plan, great, that's fine. Understand losses are part of the game. If the loss was not part of your plan, bad. Figure out what's going on there. Why did you do that? Where's that coming from? Like in Mental Game of Trading, it literally talks about like, use emotions as an indicator on what's deep-rooted that you need to work on. Now, if these losses are part of your plan, but you notice in 6 months you're taking the same setup and it keeps losing, you need to go study that, because then you could have an opportunity to refine. You could. Be careful of over-refining things and over-optimizing things, but that's another topic, another story. But like, the next bunch of questions, I get this a lot. It's about lifeclub, it's about coming up with a course, it's coming up with content or modules where people can learn from, a group, Discord. You know, like, ever since launching lifeclub, it's been such a joy to be able to do life with people and just learn about myself and how I can lead and just serve on a bigger, better way, I guess. And it's something I'm really proud of because it's such an extension of myself. Like, I don't know, it's pretty deep for me, and I've been working on my mindset a lot of limiting beliefs around scale or like just leadership in general. And you know what, I think it's nearly time, and it's very exciting, and it's something that, you know, I always talk about elevating, shedding old skin. And I think it's coming to that point for me that I want to do that again. And we have to learn to do that again and again, multiple times in our life, in our journey. So with that said, I know I've gotten a lot of questions about Life Club, and you'll see in the description, there's a link sort of to a few questions that I actually wanted to get to know you guys a little bit more. So, you know, if you have time and you're interested, please check it out, fill it out. I'm very curious to know, because at the end of it, you'll get access to a private group, and it just sounds so weird to say, but it's all gonna make sense very soon. You guys know I've been straight with you, so been spending a lot of time on my mindset to get me to this point, believe me, and you'll just get access to whether I want to share some insights, personal reflections, trading reflections, so on and so forth. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's a little survey, link in the description, and this will all lead into something very exciting. So yeah. Actually, you know what? I was gonna answer your question.
So you're answering my question?
Yeah.
What was my question? Yeah, what was your favourite part of the day?
You.
Is it? Aww.
Coffee. All right. Again, change of scenery. Let's continue on with the personal side of things in terms of questions. Can you talk about how to handle the mindset of making so much money? I need guidance, please. It's a really interesting question. We don't get to talk about this a lot. I think when you have quantum leaps, or you shift and jump to a new level, a lot of it is learning to have the capacity to hold that, to basically embody that. And I think just understanding like what money means to you, what it can do for you. For me, it was like when I was making shifts and jumps, it's gradual. I purposely made it gradual. It's like recognizing what grounds me. So in the midst of this newness, when it came to money, understanding what grounds me and why I do what I do was sort of the mindset I kept. And like I say, like your mindset is just what is your mind set on. Be careful of what you mean by, you know, you're making so much money. You know, if you are, then amazing, congratulations. If you have an overflow or an abundance of something, let's say money in this question, then that's great. But then it's like, what are you gonna do about it, right? And then it's really about like learning to steward, how to steward that well when you're given and blessed with a lot of money and you feel like you have so much money, right? Again, careful of language. What are you gonna do about it is gonna be like sort of the question. But I think that money is a blessing, an abundance of it. I think it's great to have money, but like don't let your heart's posture be defined by, let's say, how much money you have or how much money you make, things like that. And on behind the scenes, just keep working on what's gonna ground you, and working on getting clear on what you're gonna do with it. What's the end goal? You know how we just evolve so much as humans? Like what I want now could be so different to what I want next year, or even what I want like tomorrow. But there's certain core things that for me would just bring like the ultimate success in my life. And I think that's two things, and it's being a mother and being a wife. It's really weird because I know you guys don't really know me personally, but like those who do know me personally know that I don't like get so deep, or like I don't really show my emotions too much. But the one thing that will always get me is the idea and the thought and the realization of my deep yearning for motherhood and being a wife, like marriage, right? So I think those things I know are constants. Whereas I could say things like, oh yeah, I want to have like a house by the beach, a villa, surf resort or something, right? But who knows, maybe what if my husband's like living in the city and we've got to live in the city for a bit? Or what if I don't want to be by the beach? Or what if I don't want to do surfing anymore? So those are things that are like a bit more rocky, but one things that are for sure, you know, I pray about, and I think every step I take now leads me into sort of that, right? So that is, yeah, motherhood and marriage. Very exciting, and I get more and more clear about it. So yeah, it's just about being the right person, And then I'm sure we'll find our way in the future, near future, hopefully. Anywho, that is pretty much the Q&A. Again, I know I spoke a lot about deep things, practical things, even the tools that I'm using day to day, with a bunch of links. Please check it out. Appreciate you for watching. If you've made it to this far of the video, I'm sorry that I missed last week. It's been quite busy for myself. But yeah, lots of things going on in personal life, even more things going on in terms of trading and business and just like growth. And yeah, I feel like comfort is such a big enemy. So being able to do something new, do something different, it might confuse a lot of people, and I'm ready for it, you know? I know what I want, I know why I'm doing what I'm doing, and whether someone's gonna say something, if that's gonna be the reason why I don't do what I truly feel at my heart is where I'm being called to, then that makes no difference in my life, you know? I always think to myself, like, what kind of leader would I be if I'm so swayed by social media? Like, if you're getting called to do something, like, you know, when something's like a gift from God, or like something is just so out of the blue, or something makes so much sense and you're not doing it, that creates so much anxiety because you'll think about it but not take action. But then, like, I think about it for faith, like, if it's like God's presenting you an opportunity, or God is literally like, okay, this is your answered prayer, here it is, again and again and again, and every single time you're just like, oh, you know what, I don't feel good enough, oh, you know what, I don't want to do it, oh, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow, I can't be bothered. Like, that's crazy. Like, if I don't know, if I just deep it like that, and something in me has clicked this year, even though I've been thinking about it for a couple of years, but something in me has clicked in the second half of this year. So it's cool. We'll talk about this sort of new growth in myself, and I think it will piss off a lot of people, but that's okay, because I know what I do. And not for me to get so deep, just wanted to end this video and say thank you for watching. Likely be back on some good old vlogs. Right now it's raining and I'm gonna rest. I need to go edit this video because it's supposed to go up tomorrow. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. God bless. Peace.